first so you can see things a bit more clearly. Okay, like that. Hello, hello. Give me a second. Let me let me open it on my end. So I. Oh my goodness. So sorry. So sorry. I'm all over the place. Hello, hello. Let me view it from here. Give me a second, people. Hey, where am I? Right this. Are we live? Yes, I see my... Okay. Hello, people of the world. Where is my face? I know I'm doing a faceless live today. It's because the room that we usually use for the live where you actually see my face is currently being used for something very important. That's why at the moment we are going to have to make do with a faceless live first, okay? I need it to be strong. Okay, hi all. Hello, hello. Special today. Yeah, so the room where we usually do the live, where I see you all, yeah, it's currently being used for something else. But I still would love to do a live today, so we shall proceed with a faceless live while seeing my face. You shall see me again, possibly this, for sure, for sure. I'll see you again this Friday. Hello, Amelia. Amelia. Thank you for liking the live. Hi, everyone. How are you today? Today we're doing a fun faceless live while we continue the revision. Yeah? Okay. So you all be strong. I probably would do a face live again. Face live again, perhaps this coming Friday. Let me see the live session from here as well. Ooh, I can see people online in Facebook too. Hello, people in Facebook. Welcome to all of you. Now, are you all ready to do a P5 work for today? Hello, Janelle3781. Okay, everyone. So let's go through. Oh, can I move it down a bit, huh? I'll move it down a bit for all of you because I'm quite far. My arms are very short. Okay, so today we're going through this paper. Let's continue the revision. It's pretty much, it's already what, huh? We are already November. Some of you we still have ongoing end of year examination, so the revision never stops. So those of you who are done with your examinations, of course, I encourage you to still continue revising. Let's try. Okay, now number one, who can give this a try? Mother told my brother and blank that she had left food for us in the refrigerator. Okay, this is pretty easy. This is the classic confusion between should I use I or should I use me. Okay, remember that we have two techniques to deal with this issue. Do you guys recall what the two techniques are? What do you think is the answer for this number? Let's go, people. Give it a try. Give it a try. Now, while you're all there trying to, Mrs. Sassy, hello, Mrs. Sassy, you're saying it should be number two, me. Okay, I shall confirm that. Let's go through the techniques very quickly, especially when you're confused whether to use I versus me. The first thing you have to remember is sometimes it helps to actually cancel the second subject, the other subject that they include. Okay, cancel the other subject. Okay, so hopefully that makes things a bit clearer for you. So my mother told, do you say told I or told me? I think that makes things a bit easier for you. You're correct, Mrs. Sassy. The answer is number two. Now, if in case this option is still unclear for you, like Teacher Mitsuko, I already canceled the other subject, but it's still unclear for me which one to use. what you can see is that what you can see is to check the verb. Okay, if the blank is after the verb, that is likely to be me. If the blank is before the verb, that is likely to be I. So in this case, told, the verb is here. It's after the verb, so it has to be me. Okay, so do recall that now. Because I have thought of this technique because it's a very classic pattern of how a sentence is done. So if you are the doer of the action, you have to use I. If you are the receiver of the action, you have to use me. Okay? Now, at the moment the action is told, are you the one telling? No, you're not. You're the one being told. So it has to be me. Good job, Mrs. Sassy. I need a bell. I want to use a bell. Give me a second, people. Hold on. Okay. Now, let's move on to number 2, everyone. Let's go to number 2. Can you please give this a try? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, if I blank a superhero, I would use my powers to help people who are in need. If I am a superhero, okay, Mrs. Sassy sticks to number 2. I am. Now, something very interesting here, Mrs. Sassy, I'd like to share with you. Now, thank you. Anyone else who wants to give your answer before I reveal what the correct answer is and discuss it with you all? Okay, now, do keep in mind that this is with the word if, right, Mrs. Sassy? This is a conditional statement. When I say conditional, okay, this is a conditional statement. You know the if statements, okay? That means to say it normally when you want to express something that's hypothetical or unreal, right? Unreal situation. Hypothetical or unreal situation. It becomes a special case. When I say special case, we need a subjunctive mood, okay? And when you do it in subjunctive mood, you don't actually say I am, you actually say I were. So the answer is if I were a superhero. It's the same thing. So normally for cases wherein you want to talk about situations that are imaginary, you're wishing for something, or you want to say something contrary to fact, hypothetical, it's not real, you're using a conditional kind of statement. And for that kind of statement, that's when you have to say, if I were you, if I were rich. So you're talking about something that's not real, right? So if I were her, I would not do it. If I were you, I would forgive her. Kind of like that. Okay. So subjunctive mood is if I were. Okay. It's weird, I know. But do recall you use this for situations that are hypothetical. Okay, when you wish for something, okay, or when you talk about something imaginary, right? So if I were a superhero, I would use my superpowers to help people who are in need. All right, we good with that? Let us now proceed to the third number. Blank you witness someone shoplifting, report it to the police immediately as it is against the law. What do you think is the answer? Give it a try. Let's go. Hello to those of you who just joined. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's learn together. If you want to give out your answer, please feel free to do so. All right, Mrs. Sassy, you're saying number 4. Should you witness someone shoplifting, report it to the police. Now, should here functions like another word, Mrs. Sassy. Can you try to guess it? It functions like a word that starts with the letter I. You can fully replace it. Can you try to guess? Okay. Now, Should here, sometimes, we use should for something that is a requirement. You should do this, you should do that. But this one, it functions differently. Very good, Mrs. Sassy. You deserve a bell. You are correct. It functions like the word if here. And you are right to say that the answer is actually number four. All right. We are ready to move on to number four. Jamie was startled when she heard the door blank shut. Okay. A very common. Okay, this is very interesting because this is commonly tested in schools at the same time. So many people grammatically get this wrongly when they try to use this pattern conversationally. So, if you are all unaware, this very common pattern is called VNV, as in when you notice that there is a verb and then a noun, and then they ask you for a verb. Okay. Now, Mrs. Sassy, you want past tense, so I suppose your answer is number three. Octopus, 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 hello. Your answer is also number three. Very interesting. The answer is actually not number three. Okay. Now, for this case, right? When there's a verb, there's a noun, and there's a verb. Okay. Big brawler, good question. Now, good question. So when you see this pattern, V and V, verb, noun, verb, the second verb is always either in base form or in ing form. That's only your two options. The most common thing they test is the base form. Do you all recall what the base form is? So base form is when you return to the original form of the word. Go for the one that has no S, no ES, no D, no ED, no ING. Just the base form. Okay. Yeah. So for this case, the base form of the word is actually slam. Okay. So the answer is number one. She heard the door slam. So that means to say, right? That's why you go and say, I saw you dance. Same thing. V, N, V, base form. Now, when to use base form or when to use ing? Normally, for ing, it's normally used for perception verbs. Perception, like I saw, I heard. And when the answer is ing, what they usually do in this sentence is give you clues to make it certain and obvious that the answer is ongoing, that the action is ongoing. Otherwise, when they don't give you a clear clue that the action is ongoing, then it should be most likely base form. Okay, so just remember that for the VNV pattern, it's always the second verb is always just base form. That's why it's the same for when you say, right? She found him cheating. Okay, now it's ing, right? Or you can also say, I heard him laugh. Now it's base form again. Okay. Okay. So do recall, she heard the door slam. This could also be she heard the door slamming, but of course the ing option is not here, so obviously we are gearing towards the base form. Do recall, this may come out later or in our future live sessions. Base form of the verb is the form that has no additional S, no additional ES, no D, no ED, no ING, just the root verb. Okay? We clear with this? We shall move on then to number. Hello, Moonlight. When end? What do you mean when end? Are you excited for the live to end? We have just started, so that means to say we have about an hour more or so. Same chair, right? This is Teacher Mitsuko Moonlight. This is not Teacher Rin if you're looking for Teacher Rin. I am Teacher Mitsuko. Teacher Rin is not around today. She will be back tomorrow if you're looking for Teacher Rin. Mhm. Yes. Okay. Moonlight, nonetheless, you're invited. You are feel free to give me your answers as well. We're going through this paper today. Okay. Now, blank Nora, let's move on to number 5. Hello to those of you who just joined. Okay. Blank Nora wanted to overcome her stage fright. She signed up for a talent contest to face her fear. Ooh, interesting. There's two main phrases here. Dollar Slay. Hi, Dollar Slay. Yes, Teacher Rin on other days of our life is actually going through P4. Now, also, while I'm going through P5, I highly suggest that you actually, this is a very good paper for you to do. Cause it's good to get yourself ahead. Some of the questions are more advanced than P4, but most likely those questions are very much same as the one that you should be going through for P4. So this is good. If you're looking for P4, the P5 work is not too far. Okay? All right. Moonlight like the live. Thank you, Moonlight. So Dollar Slay, you can still slay this paper, right? Everyone, can you give me your answer for number 5? Blank Nora wanted to overcome her stage fright. She signed up for a talent contest to face her fear. What do you think? Is the right word to start the sentence here? Moonlight, I would like to believe that we all have accents, don't you think? As long as you understand me, that's the most important thing. Mrs. Sassy, you think it's number 2. Dollar Slay, think it's number 3. Okay, now, I can give you a clue. So this phrase here, the first phrase, she wanted a sign up. Okay. This is a reason. I would make it easier for you. This is an effect or a reason. And then the other side of it is the cause. Okay, so what do you think is the answer? If you want to give a reason, what usual word do you want to use? What's the usual word you actually use? Why are you late? I am late. So we're looking for a word that's very similar to, we're looking for a word that's very similar to because. That's your biggest clue that I can give you. We are looking for a word that's very similar to because. Okay, give it a try. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, the answer is actually number 2. As. Okay, so it's basically saying that she signed up for a talent contest to face her fear as Nora wanted to overcome her stage fright. So the reason why she signed up for the contest is because she wanted to overcome her stage fright. Now, Moonlight, don't worry. You answered number 1, right? Let's see why that is not the correct answer. So let's say we use if. If Nora wanted to overcome her stage fright, when you use if statement and you use past tense, the second statement would be would. It would then have to be, if Nora wanted to overcome her stage fright, she would sign up for a talent contest to face her fear. So if cannot be, because it's grammatically wrong. It would also change the meaning of the sentence, because using if would mean to say it's a wish and it didn't happen, but this one really happened for real. Okay, So that is why if is not the right answer. Number one, by the structure of the sentence, it would be wrong. Number two, by the meaning itself, it would bear a different meaning even if we convert it to the if statement. Okay, so basically what we're trying to explain here is that she did this because she wants to get this. Mhm. So she signed up because she wants to overcome her stage fright. All right. Okay, so now let's move on to number 6. Let's see a few more questions for you. Now, you should consider cycling as a blank of, okay, since this is an SA1, it means to say we only have 5 grammar questions. Where is your location located? People of the world, we are in Tiong Bahru. We are in Tiong Bahru, just adjacent to Central Plaza, the mall. Mhm. You should consider cycling as a blank of transport. So let's do vocab, everyone, and test how good you are with the vocab. If you don't know the words, it's time to learn them today. Okay, cycling as a what of transport, as it is eco-friendly and saves cost. Mrs. Sassy says two. Moonlight also says two. Interesting. So you're saying, okay, this is basically a collocation. Remember, collocation are words that usually go together. People usually choose to say it together that way. Okay, so collocation in itself, we actually normally say mode of transport. So you are correct. That is number 2. Now, why can't I use the other words? Okay, one important thing is the usual chur sick. Moonlight, no, teacher Rin is fine. It's just that today she's on day off. Okay, so don't worry, she can move the screen up. Sure. Like this, huh? This is better, people of the world. Better, huh? Moonlight, yes, her name is teacher Rin. Okay. Okay. Now, one quick advice to all of you, especially if you are doing vocabulary. Okay. Now, a way to really properly strengthen your vocab, especially when you're doing practices like this, is to make sure you never move on to the next number unless you have searched the definition of every single word they gave you. Okay. I think it's the same for when you read books or you read articles. If your intention is to learn, but at the same time really strengthen your vocabulary, do not move on and continue reading unless that word that you encountered that you didn't know, you have searched the meaning online or in the dictionary. Okay, that is a very deliberate way of learning. Is Mrs. Sassy a chur? Moonlight. I am not particularly sure, but Mrs. Sassy is here to actually answer questions with us and learn together. Okay, style. Okay, why can't we use the word style? Because style particularly refers to a design. Okay, when you use the word style, you normally refer to a design or appearance. Okay, or an appearance rather than a method, right? So normally you don't really talk about method. So style is not the right and appropriate word. Now, why can't we use manner as well? Can't we say manner of transport? Now, manner refers to a way of doing something. So it refers to a way of doing something, okay? Like the manner in which she walks, way of doing something. But most of it is very much focused on behavior, not you don't use it when you talk about transportation types, right? And of course, function is very familiar to all of you. Function refers to the purpose of something, right? Or their role. What's their role? What exactly do they do, or how do they work? Not again, it's not talking about a type of transport or a method of transport. So the most appropriate word for this case is still mode. Okay, so good job. Okay, correct, Moonlight. Um, behavior. Material, correct. It's the mode that fits well here. All right, let's move on to number 7. Ooh, remember, what do you call these options? These all belong to the same group called what? Can you tell me? When you have one verb, and then when you pair it with a different, when you pair the verb with a different preposition, then it bears a different meaning. So it's the same way when you say take in, take on, take down, take off. What do you call this? Copycat option. Close enough, Moonlight. Do. Let's name it properly because I will be calling this PV in the future. These are called phrasal verbs. And the reason why I'm highlighting this, it's because there are hundreds and thousands of phrasal verbs. Imagine with just the word put, right? There's too many phrasal verbs you can create. There's put up, put off, put out, put down, put on, right? So put over. So there are hundreds and thousands of phrasal verbs, and you have to expose yourself to so many of them because on top of having so many of phrasal verbs, a lot of the phrasal verbs have more than one meaning. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, we decided to blank our plans today due to the heavy rain. So what is your answer? Mrs. Sassy says number 2. Moonlight also says number 2. Okay. What is chur, Moonlight? Oh my God, Moonlight, you're very interested about Mrs. Sassy. I think Mrs. Sassy, what Moonlight is asking is if you are a teacher. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So before I reveal the correct answer, and while you're both discussing, you don't need to answer that. But Moonlight is actually, oh no, okay. I like that you're all having a conversation there. So while you are discussing and while before revealing the answer, let's make sure to know what's the meaning of these phrasal verbs. If you put up, this one, the most obvious meaning is to hang, right? To hang something. To hang or place something. Place something somewhere. Hi, Moonlight. This is my mommy account. Ah, that means to say you're using your mom. I know what's happening here. That's cute. That's cute. Okay, now, are you all aware with the phrase put up with? Okay, I'm telling you now, put up can have more than one meaning. Put up can also mean to provide accommodation. Do you know that? Or this is new to you? To provide accommodation. That means to say, I can say, put up a guest for the night. Okay. Now, Moonlight. Does the mom need to be a teacher? Oh, I think your Moonlight, your question is because of the word Mrs., right? But remember, Moonlight, anyone who's married can choose to put Mrs. Now. They don't need to be a teacher to put Mrs. before their name. Yeah. Now, put up. Are you familiar with the phrase put up with? I cannot put up with you anymore. Are you familiar with this phrase? What if I say, I cannot put up with you anymore. I can't do this anymore. This is too much. Okay. When you put up with someone, that basically means you're tolerating them. You're enduring them. You're enduring a behavior you don't like. You endure. I cannot put up with this. Put up with your nonsense. You mean not my nonsense, huh, Moonlight? Somebody else's nonsense, huh? Okay. So, with the meaning of put up, is that the correct answer? Obviously, no. Okay. Put off. Okay. Put off. What do you think put off means? Are you familiar with the word with the phrase put off? Yes or no? Ah, no, though you wanted example. Okay, I understand you. Thank you, Moonlight. Okay. You guys familiar with the word put off? Put off. If you put off an event or something that you plan, that means to say You what? You postpone it. Postpone as in you move it for later. That's the moonlight, that's for the next one. That's for the next phrasal verb. Okay. If you put off something, you postpone or you delay it. You do it later instead of like the scheduled timing, you do it later instead. That's putting off something. So that's why, for example, your teacher goes to say, hey, your examination is coming up. Do not put off doing your revision. That means to say, the teacher is saying, do not delay your revision. Do it now. Okay. Now, speaking of what you just gave, moonlights, that is actually more accurately used for number 3. You normally put out a fire, right? So this one you can use to say that you want to extinguish fire, correct? Or another meaning for this one, put out can also mean you are inconveniencing someone, okay? Or inconvenience someone. And finally, it has another meaning once more. Hold on. Let me finish this. Someone. I'm just going to put a person here. Stickman. Or put out can also mean you publish something. Okay. That means to say, did you put out the video or did you put out the magazine? Okay. So that's what I mean when I say it's important that you practice phrasal verbs because there's so many of them, okay? There's so many of them, and then some of them even have more than one meaning. Of course, put down. Who can tell me what's the meaning of put down? I mean, the most obvious one is when you place something down, of course. But do you know the other meaning of put down? There's two more. There's two more you can tell me. Give a quick guess. Two other meanings of put down. Okay, the other meaning of put down is to insult someone. You're putting that person down. Insult someone. Or the very sad. Do you know the very sad meaning of put down, people? People of the world, there is a very sad meaning of put down. Stop, drop, and roll. Moonlight. No. Now, the other meaning of put down is when you euthanize an animal. Oh, that one, Mrs. Sassy, is jot down. Okay? What you mean when you say to write something down? I think what you mean is jot down, right? Like this. Jot down. Yeah. Now, the other sad meaning of put down is when you euthanize an animal. For example, your pet is very sick. The doctor, the vet, perhaps is suggesting that we put the animal down because he's suffering so much and he doesn't have long enough to live. So perhaps he may go and say we may need to put down the dog so he can rest instead of suffer. So that's another meaning of put down, right? Okay. But what is your answer? You said put off earlier. We decided to delay our plans to play soccer because of the heavy rain. So basically, you're trying to put it for later. You're trying to postpone it. So the answer for number 7 is obviously number 2. Okay, very good. All right, let's move on to number 8. Blank my courage. I decided to stand up to the bullies who were making fun of the little boy. Blank my courage. I decided to stand up to the bullies who were making fun of. Is there a difference if I put the mic closer to my mouth? Or is there no difference? Is this better? Because now I can put the mic here, but I can also clip the mic to myself. What do you think? Better to clip the mic to myself, huh? People of the world. What you think? Let me see. Okay, let me try then. So now I click the mic to myself. Okay, Moonlight and Mrs. Sassy both agree that it should be number 3, mustering my courage. Okay, a very classic one. This is a collocation. When you talk about gathering your courage, you don't say, I gather my courage. The usual collocation or the usual line actually goes, I mustered my courage. Very good. Okay, so you muster something. So mustering actually means that you common expression. Okay, it's a very common expression. Common expression. You guys can actually also take down notes. That means gathering. About gathering or summoning. So another word that you can use for this phrase is summoning. Summoning your what? Your courage. Your, usually in the context of courage lah. Now, why can't I say getting my courage? Teacher Mitsuko, why can't I use getting my courage? Basically, it sounds awkward. Not the standard way of saying gathering, right? Right? So cannot be getting. Arousing my courage. When you arouse something, that means awaken, right? You awaken something or you stir something up. But normally you use arouse for emotions. Emotions or interest or awareness. Okay? Now, assembling my courage. This is even more funny. Assembling my courage. The bully is scary, so he mustered his courage and punched the bully. Yeah, Moonlight. Not a good. I listen to me. Oh, Beta 5. My goodness, you can relate, huh? I am very sorry for that traumatic experience, Beta 5. Welcome to you, by the way. But Moonlight, I don't want you to be doing the same thing, huh? We use this for the sake of using it in a sentence, but do not muster your courage and then punch the bullies. Oh my goodness. Okay, assembling your courage. Don't say assembling your courage, okay? Normally for assemble, you actually gather most likely physical items, right? So I assembled my toy. I assembled my Lego set. Items or people. People can also assemble. People together. Okay, so normally you don't use assemble when you want to talk about gathering your courage. Okay. Okay. How are you, teacher? I'm fine. People of the world, a bit busy because we are preparing for a company event this coming Monday. I hope you guys watch it. It's in the morning of Monday. Yeah, preparing for a huge event. So that's why I'm very sorry that I didn't get to do the live last Friday. I will definitely try my best to do the live this coming Friday. And the live that's where I actually see you and you see me. Pokemon. Okay, now my sister, time of the live. My live this Friday is same time, 5:30. It starts at 5:30. I can see the hair. I know if I move forward, you will see my baby hair right in front of my face. Also because I'm wearing a headband to pull up my bangs or my fringe. I have a fringe normally in my, that's in my forehead. Okay, number 9. Let's go, number 9. Ooh, we have, what do you call these options here? We call this what? You know this. Face reveal. Moonlight, you see me every what? I do a face live during Wednesdays and Fridays. Friday, you will see me. You'll see my actual face. What phrase, Moonlight? This is a very specific phrase. How do you call this one? How do you call you will also see some of my videos in the TikTok. My face already there. What do you call, raining cats and dogs or break a leg? What are those phrases? Okay, Moonlight, you're close. Phrasal verbs, remember, are when you pair this one, you pair a verb with a different preposition, then it bears a different meaning. Put off, put on, put out, take on, take over, take in. Now, however, What do you call these phrases wherein they have a special meaning? You cannot take them literally. The same way as, oh, no, no, no. These are comparison. When you're comparing one thing to another, but they are not similar. As what? As a what? Okay, very good, Mrs. Sassy. Well done. These are similes. Well done. You're basically comparing two things that have that share the same attributes, or that share the same, that have similar, that share the same things, or what do you call this? Attributes, I would say, or characteristic. For example, you want to compare she is as happy as a lark. If you want to say that she is as happy as a lark, that means she's delighted, right? Or she is as red as a tomato. If the person turned red as a tomato. Moonlight, this is correct spelling. Simile, simile. You know simile, this is like simile, metaphor. Very good, Moonlight. This is correct. This is a, what do you call this? It's at the tip of my tongue. Not smile. Moonlight, I'm not trying to spell smile, no. I'm trying to spell simile. These phrases are actually similes. Similes are when you do a comparison of one thing to another because they share the same trait. Thank you for that, Mrs. Sassy. Personality trait, thank you. Now, red as a tomato, the person's face turned red. Embarrassed, very good. And I'm happy that you spelled embarrassed correctly, double R and double S. Steady as a rock. What does it mean when a person or something is steady as a rock? That means to say they're very calm. They're very calm, stable. Or should I say unshakable? Like that, okay? Or it could also be someone is emotionally or physically steady, okay? Now, as bold as brass, this one, what does this mean? Someone, when you say the word bold even, you already know that that person is fearless. Wow. So from these options, what do you think is the right answer? My sister was blank because she was not hesitant. She did not think twice to ask for a photograph with a celebrity we had just spotted. She was not shy at all. She was not shy at all to ask for the photograph. So, if she was very courageous to do it, very good. Well done. She was as bold as a brass. All right. Good job. Now we are in number 10. Let's go. Let's go. Blank, I scribbled furiously on my test paper to complete it. Now, what do you call these sets of words? Okay, so previously we have similes. That means you're comparing your sister. When you compare something with another thing that has the same characteristic or personality trait, that's similes, okay? Now, earlier, when you pair a verb with a different preposition, and then it bears a different meaning, that's a phrasal verb. But these are phrases. What do you call these phrases? These are like idioms, okay? Idioms of time. Like, sure, you cannot buy time. How can you sell time, right? Of course, don't take this literally. You don't take idioms literally. They have a special meaning on their own. That's why when you say, for example, it's raining cats and dogs, of course, there are no dogs and cats falling from the sky, obviously. But the meaning of that is that it's raining heavily, right? So I scribbled furiously on my test paper to complete it. What do you think is the answer? Pressed for time, taking my time, buying time, on borrowed time. No God will throw cats and dogs. I sure believe so. I sure believe so, Moonlight. Okay. Moonlight, you say pressed for time. Mrs. Sassy, do you agree? I hope it's not weird that I call you Mrs. Sassy, huh? Mrs. Sassy. Hello to those of you who just joined. Please remember to share the live or follow us if you have not followed us yet. Okay? All right. You are correct. The answer is number 3. When you are pressed for time, you are in a situation where there's not enough time. Okay? Not enough time. Don't have enough time to complete something. Now, what does it mean to say by time? So for example, let's say, hello Sherlyn, welcome Sherlyn. This is Teacher Mitsuko. You just don't see my face. Sure, guess my actual name. Moonlight. You want me to guess your name? Can you at least give me the first letter of your name? Then I shall guess. My name is Nandini. Ah, thank you for letting us know your name. Nandini is. Am I pronouncing it correctly? I hope I am. Hey, Moonlight, don't ask for the dad's name lah. Why must ask the dad's name? You already know his name. Nandini. Nandini, do I say he or she? I don't want to get it wrongly. I ate Shili Fang right now, eating ice cream. Sherlyn, do not make us hungry, Sherlyn. But do enjoy your food, huh? Oh, thank you, Nandini. Thank you. No. Don't tell Moonlight your father's name. My God, Moonlight. You want to know the name of all of Nandini's relatives, huh? Oh, Nandini. Okay, Nandini is a she. Okay. Name Nandini talking about? What dad name Nandini talking about? What time you guys start? We started at 5:30, Sherlyn. So we're ending at 7, so we still have time, yeah? C, 9-letter Cher. 9-letter C. That's a very long name. Is it Charmaine? Or is it Sherlyn? Sherlyn also. Maybe your name is also Sherlyn. Sherlyn, Clarissa. Is it an English name or like, you know? I'll continue guessing later. Oh, Charlotte. Oh, actually, Nandini is also guessing. That's a good guess, Charlotte. That's a good guess, Nandini. Oh, inner thoughts. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift, inner thoughts. Please remember to follow us if you have not followed us yet. Okay, everyone. Don't worry, Moonlight. Don't leave us. We'll continue guessing until later. Okay, if you buy some time, that means to say you're trying to delay something in order to gain more time. Okay? Delay something to gain more time. Now, take your time. When I say take your time, okay, this one very easy. I guess you're all familiar with this. Do something. Okay, when I say don't worry, do not rush, take your time, that means to say do something without rushing. Okay? Take your time. And of course, when you say you are on borrowed time, that basically means that you're living or existing in a situation where the end or the expiration is imminent, it's upcoming. So it's often used for the context of like life being temporary, right? So they usually say, do not waste your time on things that are unimportant because we are all on borrowed time. Basically means to say that we don't all live forever. So we are on borrowed time, like, and that life is finite. Okay. I can't even hear you properly because it's too noisy. Hi, it's too noisy, is it? What's noisy, Sherlyn? As in now, the mic is even closer to my, the mic is even clipped close to my mouth, you know. Too noisy. Does that mean you hear a noise around, Sherlyn? Oh, outside. That means to say your environment is noisy, is it? Are you wearing a headphones at least? A set of headphones? First letter C, last letter E. Oh, Charlotte was actually close, no? Sherilyn. Sherilyn. Moonlight me. Is it Sherilyn? That would be a good idea, Sherilyn. Sherilyn. No, huh? Char. Let me think of more names later, huh? Okay. In the meantime, people, we shall proceed to do the editing. Let's go. Are you ready? Let's do editing. Okay. Now, to keep in mind, we have, for this case, we only have 8 numbers. But to those of you who are going for P6 soon, you already know the changes for PSLE, right? When you do your PSLE for 2025, there's only going to be 10 editing questions. That means to say, PSLE 2025, 5 grammar and 5 spelling corrections. Okay, do keep that in mind. Now, I shall highlight where I read so you know and you can follow where I am. Okay. When you are caught in a massive train breakdown, what do you do? Have you guys ever been stuck in a lift? It is usual for tempers to flare when things, no, it's not lift breakdown, it's train breakdown. Have you been in a train that broke down? Interesting question. Remember recently, some stations, Green Line recently broke down, right? Do you recall? So it is usual for tempers to flare when things do not go the way they should. Okay. Hence, negative comments are common on social media whenever there is a train what? Okay, so disrupt here is correctly spelled. So this is obviously a grammatical error. Most likely, a very common one they test you is on word form. Word form meaning they like to test you on how well you are in converting the form of the word. This one, for example, disrupt is like, they want you to convert a verb to a noun. What's the noun for disrupt? Okay. What's the noun? So, moonlight, you gave me 3 words. One of them is a noun, one of them is an adjective, one of them is a verb. Can you choose which one is the noun? Do you agree that Nandini there saying disruption is the noun, or will you choose a different word from the options that you gave? Disruption. Very good, both of you. So the noun is disruption. So one quick thing you should know, it's very common not just for editing, but also for synthesis and transformation. They like to test you on how good you are at converting the word form. Yeah, so practice that. All right, now moving up a bit. However, there are some Singaporeans who choose to take a positive approach by taking things into his own hands. Keep in mind that we are talking about what? Singaporeans. Okay? So if we are referring, I backchair. Okay, Sherlyn, can you hear us now with your AirPods? Clearly, not a lot of noise anymore, I would suppose so. Very good. So we are basically referring to many people. This is plural. So you are once again tested on grammar. This time around, they test you on your pronoun. But at the same time, they're also testing you on subject-verb agreement. There's many Singaporeans that they are referring to, so you cannot use his because his is only for singular. So that means to say, taking things into their own hands. Very good. Voluntary groups have sprung up online recently, provide support to one another in the event of train breakdown. Provide is spelled correctly. Therefore, this is not a spelling mistake, but another grammar mistake. But once again, word form. Nandini is saying providing. Moonlight. Okay, very good. ING. Good job. Okay, so the groups, okay, let's see this. The groups give real-time updates and suggest alternative routes. Okay, how to spell. Okay, this is now a spelling error, people. How to spell alternative. Can you give it a try for me, please? do keep in mind, when you are doing editing, if you are correcting a spelling mistake, please just correct it. Do not change the word form. If the wrong spelling is plural, keep it plural. If the wrong spelling is past tense, keep it past tense. If the wrong spelling is present tense, keep it present tense. Okay? Very good, both of you. I'm happy that this was a word easy to spell. Alternative. Okay, moving on. Frequent breakdowns and congestions are making many Singaporeans unhappy. Okay, this is obviously a spelling mistake. Okay, but for this case, do keep in mind, there's only one word, one letter here that I need your help. This is spelling. Congestions, only one letter is incorrect. You have to change it to its right letter. Now, keep in mind, very good. My brain is not brainy. Moonlight, I'm very happy that you reconsidered what I just reminded you just now. Nandini, there's one missing letter in your word. And I have just given you a reminder on this when you correct a spelling error. Keep the word form of the wrongly spelt word that was given to you, yeah? So, you successfully managed to change the actual wrong letter from J to G. Very good. Thank you, Nandini. That means to say congestions. If they give you plural, keep it plural. Otherwise, it will be very sad, you know, that you knew how to spell it, but because, for example, sometimes some students rush things, so just because of one careless mistake, they lost the point. So careful with that. I hope to encourage others to do their part and stay calm. Now it says stays calm. This is a grammatical error. More name guessing. Sherry Lynn. Sherlyn. Nandini already guessed Charlotte earlier. She said no. How about Caroline? Is Caroline correct? Yeah, Nandini, I also said Charmaine earlier. She said also no. Caroline. Okay, sweet Caroline. Do you know that song? I feel like you're too young to know that song. Ta ta ta. Okay, now I shall give you. Okay, let me guess one more name before I move on. Oh, see, the second letter is not H. I want to sleep already. Sherlyn, what happened to you? 6:28, very early, I mean, I'm happy that you actually want to sleep early, but because it's way too early, does that mean you have been sleep deprived? Second clue. Okay, yes. Second letter, please, Moonlight. Is it a vowel? I would suppose. As in ka, or is it CL? Oh, it's a vowel. I would say CA, very common. Or Colette. There's something called food comature. Yes, Sherlyn. That's why you just ate. That is why. I understand you. What did you have for lunch? Oh, today I ate rice with grilled fish. I ate from an Indonesian restaurant that has a very, very good grilled fish. I love fish. Stay. Are we correct? Is it Colette, Moonlight? Oh my God, am I right? Is it Colette? Plural. Okay, Nandini says stay. Two. Okay, remember, this is your clue. Okay. When you have two, you have to follow it with a base form. Okay, I mentioned base form earlier. So if you were listening to me, can you recall what the base form of the verb is? That means to say go to the form that has no S, no ES, no D, no ED, no ING. That's the base form. That's why you say to sing, to dance, to laugh, to walk. You don't say to walked, to sang, right? To plus base form. So that means to say to stay. That is why this is the answer. Second is not, oh, not Colette, huh? Is it CA then? Most likely CA. Carol. No, I just said Caroline, but it's 8 letters, right? And volunteered. Okay, let's move on first. Let me continue giving more options later. Moonlight. One volunteer group founder tells the Sunday Times. Okay, thus, whenever a train breaks down, be the hero to help ease the situation. Okay, this one I will not accept a wrong answer. You should know how to spell situation. Okay, very good, very good. Proud of you. Well done. Situation. Situation. By encouraging others in the community to think positively. This one I also will not accept wrong answer. Give me the correct spelling of community. I don't know how to spell sure. If you do not know Sherlyn, I would still rather that you try. Try it. Give it. Give me a moment. Something came out. I need to answer this. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Perfect. You know, sometimes when you go on live, and you go on live quite long, at some point in the live, they will put a puzzle that you need to answer for them to check that you are still, I like looking at my hand. That you are still there on the live. Okay. Community, very good. You spelled it correctly. COMMUNIYT. Good job, people. Good job. Well done. Perhaps the next time you encounter a train delay, keep calm and think positive. Okay. Well done, people. Well done. So now comes to a not very challenging lah. Compre close, of course. Compre close is quite easy. Do you guys know what a rickshaw is? Because this is the main big idea. My least favorite. Oh, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for sharing the live, Nandini. Okay, now compre close. A few reminders for you when you do compre close, yeah. I always tell my students, when you get to this section, I need you to scan through the passage very quickly so that scan through the passage very quickly so you get the big idea. It's important that you know what the passage is actually talking about. Why? Why must I know the big topic, Teacher Mitsuko? It's because when you know, for example, the passage is talking about recycling, you are preparing your brain for the vocabulary that's close to that topic. So it's easy for your brain to make connections later when they give you contextual clues, right? It's very hard for you to piece things together, especially when you don't even have a clue what the passage is talking about. So always scan through very quickly to know what the big topic is, and then go back up. The moment you know that, go back up and start reading. Okay. This is basically talking about a rickshaw. Do you know what's a rickshaw, people? You guys familiar with this? Sure, I get 2 to 3 for this. That's why we practice, Moonlight. Older times transport. Very good, Nandini. Okay, let's learn about this, Good to know your history. The rickshaw was a type of hand-pulled transportation vehicle. Keep in mind, it's hand-pulled. The energy and the physical strength needed to move this vehicle is pretty intense. Used in Singapore in the 19th century. First introduced into Singapore in 1880, it was a major form of public transport which originated blank Japan. Originated, what is the right preposition here in number 37? Give it a try. Okay. especially, for example, this is Japan, this is Singapore. So the rickshaw originated from, the word is, if you want to talk about the origins, where it comes from, the word, the more appropriate or more accurate preposition is from. Okay. Now you've got to continue practicing this because it can be confusing sometimes when you use prepositions. Yeah. Rickshaw pulling became a main source of income for many Chinese immigrants after the World War II. However, pullers not only had to bear the physical strain, but also the risk of sustaining what? Okay, this is very sad. So not only are they really completely physically exhausted, but they also have to risk sustaining what? This is a collocation that goes with the word sustaining. You sustain what? You know, because not only are they so tired pulling the vehicle, they might also be hit by other vehicles, for example, right? Or they may crash into something, right? So if accidents happen, that means to say they could sustain what? What do you call? It pairs with the word sustain. I'll give you about 10 more seconds before we reveal the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moonlight cannot say sustaining, sustainable, huh? Very good, Nandini. Sustain injuries. So these are the two biggest problems, right? They're physically exhausted. They may also risk sustaining injuries, right? When things don't go well. Now, after number 39, then we shall do more name guessing, huh? Moonlight. Many of them could not afford to seek medical treatment because, of course, they are poor. Many rickshaw pullers got into serious road blank when there was an increase in the number of motorized vehicles. So when there were more motorized vehicles like cars, then they started experiencing serious road. This one, contextual clue. Very good. Hey, Sherlyn, isn't Sherlyn your name? Have I been calling you wrongly all this time? Road what? Very good. Road accidents. But keep in mind, Hanandini, it has to be plural. Okay. Now, not road rage, Moonlight. You use your friend's name for TikTok handle. Okay, another guessing of the name. I'm gonna say Carmilla. Is it Carmilla? Short with K. That's very hard, huh, Sherlyn? Sherlyn, that's very hard. Claire. Is it Claire Moonlight? Mian Bao! Hi, Mian Bao! Hello. Welcome to you. Okay, people. Moonlight, is it not Carmilla, Caroline, or Cecilia? Is it Cecilia? Mian Bao, welcome. Cecilia, not Cecilia, ha. Chloe. Also not Chloe. Very hard, huh? Very hard. Celeste. Is it Celeste? Celeste. I think I'm correct now. Celeste. Is it Celeste? I think I'm correct now. Am I correct? Is it Celeste? I'm going crazy over this. Celeste. Or is it Camille? Camille. Am I right? Okay. I've given you quite a few already, huh? Celeste, Camille. Now Now let's continue talking about the rickshaw pullers, everyone. My friend called me a cactus. What? Maybe the cactus is a clue. This led to the British government's blank to put an end to the use of rickshaws. Oh, so sad. So they have to decide ending using the use of rickshaws because on top of it's really detrimental for the pullers. They get physically exhausted, not good for their body. On top of that, they also have to sustain so many injuries. Oh wow, Mian Pao, very good. Nandini, very good. Sherlyn ha, KG ha. KG is very hard ha. I'm still thinking. Moonlight was making call. Oh yeah, you are all correct. The government's decision to put an end to the use of rickshaw. Okay, let's end this paragraph first, people. By 1947, the rickshaws were blanked by motorized vehicles on the road. I mean, I would say this is a good news now. I don't think it's very humane to continue the rickshaws, no? Okay. What were replaced? Very good, people. The rickshaws were replaced by motorized vehicle. Now, sure, at least I got a nickname, yeah. Hold on, huh? KG, huh? KG. Very hard. Can I search names that starts with K and ends with G? Maybe I can do that. Name starting with K and ends with G. Huh? Wait, why did it say kampong? It is very hard, Sherlyn. It's very hard, Sherlyn. Even the internet is not giving me a good answer also. Oh, Sherlyn, is it Kining? I'm just guessing. Okay. Different blank of vehicles have made their appearances on the roads throughout the decades. Different what of vehicles, everyone. This one is easy. Moonlight, cannot use that word. TikTok doesn't like it when we use words like that. So be careful, be careful. Now school is so boring after PSLE. Hey, Jolina, would you have wanted to still feel the PSLE fever? As in people rushing, revising, and all those things. Sure, do you spell the name that you said? How do you spell the name? Kaining. I spell it like this. Yeah, the one I said. Is this correct? Okay, everyone, give me your answer for number 40. It's closer. Oh, Kate. Oh, Kaling. The Ning part is correct. Oh! This is exciting. This is exciting. Caning. Is it caning? Catning? Caning, kining. It has to be K-A, right? Kitning. Missing one letter. Iha. K as in K-A-Y. Is it like that? Okay, people, while you're all busy listening, we're all very busy guessing names. Answer number 42 for me. This one is very easy. Come on, people. Different blank of vehicles. So this is a collocation. You're talking about different what of vehicles, different modes. Okay. Remember, Nandini, earlier the collocation is mode of transport, but this time around, you are talking about you want to talk about the cars, you want to talk about the motorbikes, you also want to talk about the vans, right? So when I say these things, very good, different types. of vehicles, canoning, have made their appearances on the roads throughout the decades. Okay, people, let's continue, please. Many of these vehicles no longer exist, while blank of them, such as the classic blue pickup trucks and yellow top taxis. Okay, so many no longer exist, while blank of them. Okay, very good, Nandini. While some of them, okay, we continue the name guessing later. People of the world, we shall continue finishing this first, huh? Okay, very good, people of the world who also gave me the answer. Okay, now, many of these vehicles no longer exist, while some of them, such as the classic blue pickup trucks and yellow top taxis, are gradually blanked from the streets of Singapore. Gradually what? So, wow, mian pao ha, very smart you. Gradually disappearing, you are correct. Disappearing. Good job. The advancement in transportation has indeed brought about convenience and efficiency for us today. Very good, people. Very good. So now it's time for you to do your dan 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 dan. S&T, people. S&T. S&T. Let's go. I need you to type in the complete sentence. Now, 45. Remember, when you do direct speech to reported speech, you have to change the TP. TP. Huh? I know, right? I miss Zim, Zam, Zom, and Alyssa. Oh, someone else also not here. Kara also not here. I miss Kara also. So TP, TP, check the tens, please. Move one tens backward. Check your pronouns. These two are the most common ones. Now, time, it will depend if it's included in the direct speech. And in the place or proximity, it will also depend if it is included in the answer. Okay. Mian Bao says, Mrs. San told Tom that he had to submit his assignment the next day. Okay, who else wants to try? Mian Bao has given it. Do you guys agree with Mian Bao's answer, or do you want to give something else? Sherlyn says, Miss told him that he needs to submit his assignment the next day. I see there's a slight difference, huh? There's a slight difference in Sherlyn and Mian Bao's answer. Mrs. Tan told Tom to submit his assignment tomorrow. Okay. Okay, Nandini, a quick thing for you and for Sherlyn. Okay. First things first, let's convert this. Told Tom, of course, we need the word that. Okay. And for pronouns, do keep in mind, huh? Instead of saying you, we must convert it to he. Correct? So we're changing the pronouns now. Now, keep in mind, must have to be. Let me change this to a different color that's easier to see. Must should be converted to had to. Okay, keep that in mind. Had to submit. Submit. Again, change in pronoun. His assignment. Now, here's the thing, Nandini. The time have to be changed as well. Tomorrow becomes, let's use purple, the next day. Kangning, is it? Kangning! We're very happy. Oh my God. It took us a while. You're right, Sherlyn. You're like Kangning. Is that how to pronounce it? Kangning. Wow, it's amazing to finally call you by your actual name. Sure, how about mine? Okay. We try to we will not end this live until we get your name, huh? You're so hard. You are right, Nandini. Okay, but going back here, focus on your SNT because this is a very commonly tested question. I can tell you, PSLE always uses direct speech to reported speech. So all these four things are the important things that you must update if they are all included in the direct speech. Okay. Must, remember, have to be transitioned to had to, and time element, remember to update it as well the next day. Yeah. Now, CA, huh? Okay, this one first. Hey, everyone, this one, the word unless, I now finally have an explanation for you for the concern about negative, double negative. Okay, but first, we, Moonlight, we shall clarify your name later when we're done with SNT for sure. Let's finish SNT quickly, please, so we can guess Moonlight's name, people. Let's go. Let's finish this quickly. Oh, but Cecilia is CE, not CA though. Yeah. Okay, people. If Ravi has not bought the tickets, he will not be attending the concert. Okay, Ravi will not be attending the concert unless he has bought the tickets. Ah, very good, Moonlight. Okay, you are correct. Ravi will not be attending the concert unless he has bought the tickets. Now, I have a question, everyone. Listen carefully to this one. Listen carefully. Can I say Ravi will be attending the concert unless he has not bought the tickets? Can I say, who is Gang? Okay. Who is Gang? Hi, welcome to you. How to ace argumentative essay? This is a conversation that's going to be very long, but that's a very good question. However, because the live is about to end and I will not have the time to explain argumentative essay with you, but I would definitely love to discuss it with you. Please, please, please look out for our live schedule soon, because we are releasing a live schedule that will basically talk about different essays of secondary school, especially to help primary students transition to secondary English. Positive, negative, negative, positive. Okay, so unless already has a negative connotation, okay, so that you don't commit the double negative, follow unless with a positive statement. Okay, positive statement, so that you don't commit the double negative, because unless itself already has a negative connotation. Yes, correct. Unless is like saying if not. So you want to follow it with something that's positive. That means to say has bought, right? Because if it's negative and then also negative, it really confuses the people reading it. There's a lot more things for them to process. Okay, so follow unless with a positive statement. Okay. I want to join tuition but too lazy to go Ang Mo Kio. Is Ang Mo Kio the closest one to you, branch to you, Kang Ning? Sure, we got it. Yes, Mian Pao. Huh? We got the name? Huh? What's the name? Catherine? Is it Catherine? Oh, very dramatic. Is it Catherine? Did we get it? No. I thought it was Catherine. That was a very good guess, though. Kudos. Oh, it is Catherine, because she said maybe. Don't play with us, Moonlight. Tell us the truth. At least tell us if we got it correctly. Okay, people, let's do this quickly. We have 6 more minutes. Finish this up so we can guess the name properly. Mrs. Tan gave out the test paper to the students yesterday. The students yesterday was what? Cat meow. The students yesterday, type in. We are now in number 47. Let's go. Last 2 questions, you see. Last 2 questions. cat the green. Mhm. Cactus. The test paper was given to the students by Mr. Tan yesterday. The test paper was given out. Given out, huh? Remember that, Mian Pao. Sure, read that my answer. Sherlyn, what's your answer? Let me see. The test paper were given out. Were test paper singular, ha, Sherlyn, by Mr. Tan the previous day. Okay, you funny girl. Okay, Sherlyn, Kang Ning. You don't do the previous day because this is not direct speech to reported speech, huh? So yesterday stays to yesterday. Don't change, okay? You only do the changing of the time when you do direct speech to reported speech. We clear? Yeah. This one, dialogue. Then dialogue to reported, then change time. Okay. Now, but this one is active to passive voice. Oh, Shirley, you leave already. Active to passive voice, don't change the time. Okay. Now, the challenging part for active to passive voice is actually changing the tense. Yeah. So the test papers, okay. Nandini also gave her answer. The test paper. Now, you cannot say were, ha, because test paper is only one. So you have to say was. Be careful. And of course, we need to use the past participle. Was given out to the students yesterday. Now, your by phrase, put it at the end. Some schools don't actually need it. Yeah, by Mr. Tan. But your by phrase, put it at the end. Okay. So be careful. Test paper is only one. Singular. So check your subject verb agreement. Sure, my nickname's so cool, right? The cactus, right? Okay, number 49. Last number. Let's go. Because we already got Catherine's. Now I'm gonna start calling you Catherine, huh, Moonlight? I know the other cat the green, is it? We heard that our team had won the photography competition. We jumped for joy. Okay, last one. Let's go. My nickname is Nandu. Then can we call you Nandu, Nandini? Nandu is easier because now it's 2 syllables. Nandini, 3 syllables. Then if you allow us to call you Nandu, then it's 2 syllables, shorter. Okay, people, last number. Let's go. Last number. Let's go. Type in your complete answer so then we can wrap things up, people. Let's go. Hello to those of you who just joined. Please remember to follow us to make sure that you get notified for our next set of live sessions, people. Hey, no one's giving me the answer, for this last number, This one very easy. Come on, give it a try. This is the last number before we move and end the live. Let's go. On the photography competition, we heard that our team had won the jump. We jumped. Okay, no, Moonlight. Think about using the first sentence first. That's your clue. Give it one more try. On hearing that our team had won the photography competition, we jumped for joy. Good job. Hello, meow. Welcome to you. Thank you. Very good. Very good, Nandu. On hearing that our team had won Please allow me to write this. I like writing using this pen. The photography competition. We jumped. What is the next class session? Okay, so one quick thing. If you are joining the live session tomorrow with Teacher Rin, we jumped for joy. If you are joining tomorrow, the live session with Teacher Rin, there is going to be, tomorrow, I'm not sure if there's a live session, but my next live session is this coming Friday. I hope to actually see you, because you will see me actually doing the live this Friday at 5:30 p.m. Okay, people? I shall see you again on Friday. Please, please, please. I want to see you on Friday. Moonlight, did we guess it correctly? Is it Catherine? Oh, thank you, Nandu. I hope to see you on Friday again if you're available. Okay, 5:30 to 7 p.m. to 7 p.m. Same thing as now. No other teacher on Friday, right? On Friday, I am not sure if there will be earlier live sessions, but for sure my live is in. Okay? Don't worry. Did I give all my nickname? Yeah, but we want the real name, oh. But we shall continue guessing your name this coming Friday, huh? We shall see you again, Moonlight. Sherlyn, I hope you are awake now after your food coma. For the rest of you, people of the world, I didn't hear much of you today. But I hope to see you this coming Friday. My name already out. Or is it Catherine? Please let us know your name before class ends. I think it's Catherine. Nandu. Her name is Catherine. Nice to meet you, Catherine. Now, thank you so much, everyone, for staying with me through the live and answering my questions. Please remember to follow us if you haven't yet, so you get notified immediately when we have live session. You should see the cat there, right? All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you again this Friday. Bye-bye. Good night.